At this time, we have an exciting opportunity to reveal to the public and to the City Council. It's an exciting action sports event. The next voice you'll hear will be Nancy Hellman, who will kick off the presentation, followed by the festival organizer.
Welcome.
Hi.
It's always good to start our meeting before a break with good news.
There you go. I'll take it. Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of council, Mr. Duhaney, Mr. Stiles. Please help me welcome Rick Bratman with ASA Entertainment, who's here to announce a new event coming to Virginia Beach. Since 1996, Rick Bratman has been at the helm of ASA Entertainment, developing it into the largest action sports event, television, and content production company in the U.S. For 11 years, Mr. Bratman served as president and was promoted to CEO in 2007 when the company was sold to media giant Omnicom. Rick manages the company's 300 annual days of events and more than 900 hours of global content. As its top executive, Rick has helped take ASA to new heights, dramatically expanding the company from its grassroots origins while overseeing events, corporate sponsorship, licensing, television production and distribution, content partnerships, new business, marketing, PR, and the strategic plan of the company. Please help me welcome Rick Bratman.
Welcome.
Thank you, Nancy, and Mayor Dyer and Vice Mayor Wilson and council members. Thank you for having me in today. I am beyond excited about the opportunity to bring our Supergirl series to Virginia Beach. I was telling Nancy and Bill and some other folks at dinner and meetings that, this is an incredible canvas that we have to paint, and we're so excited. We want to today give you a little bit of background on Supergirl and what to expect, because it is a really unique, and honestly, I know this is a giant one of these, but it's a wonderful project that we've had 19 years of great success with. So starting off with a little bit about our company, as Nancy mentioned, we've been in business now for 31 years, and during that time, we've become the largest action sports event and television and content production company in the U.S. So that's surfing, skateboarding, snowboarding, BMX, motocross, all those X Games sports. We actually managed the X Games for its first 11 years in existence, and use the kind of wow factor of action sports to connect brands to consumers. When we, as Nancy mentioned, we were purchased back in 2007. We actually bought the company back in 2014, and when we did that with a singular mission that everything that we do as an organization is going to be very purpose-driven. And so, our holy grail is, we know that we're a pretty good event production company because we wouldn't have lasted 31 years if we weren't. And if we can put smiles on people's faces, produce great events, and also make a meaningful impact on others, then that's sort of what we strive for. And that's one of the reasons why we created the Supergirl series. Excuse me. So let me go back here. So Supergirl, it started 20 years ago as an empowerment initiative within the action sports space. Women in surf, skate, and snow were just honestly treated like second-class citizens, and we wanted to make sure that we put a stake in the ground and to do something to show the world just how amazing these women are on these different board sports. And as we set out to produce this project, it became sort of a litany, a sea of negative backlash directed at us. And people kept telling us, no one wants to watch women surf or snowboard, you're crazy, men sell our product, women's sports are lame. It was just nothing but honestly horrible feedback. And when we put that stake in the ground and said we wanted to do this and had that kind of aha moment where we finally realized that people really were perceiving women as second-class citizens in our industry, it emboldened us to think bigger and broader. So when we did launch Supergirl 20 years ago, the notion was to create events that would empower and uplift women and provide opportunity and inclusion for women, and not just action sports, but all sports, music, entertainment, popular culture, fitness, gaming, business, education, media, et cetera. All these places where there wasn't a level playing field. And so that's how the entire thing, the genesis of it, how it started. As it relates to the Supergirl event that we'll be doing here in Virginia Beach, which we are so incredibly excited to get started on. We'll be doing it in Labor Day weekend next year in 2026. Typically, Supergirl averages about 75,000 people per event. We actually anticipate this, even in year one, probably being our largest of the Supergirl events, just because of this amazing beachfront community that you have. The event, even though there's some roots in surfing, which I'll get to in a second, there'll be over 1,000 women competing in 10 different sports as part of this event. So, and I'll show you a little bit of that as well. From a community standpoint, we typically, it says over 300 hours of TV coverage on 28 networks. The reality is last year we did 402 hours per Supergirl event of television coverage, so we feel very confident that we'll be at least 400 hours of television coverage. We also will do live webcasts, which will be over 20 hours of live webcasting on 10 different channels. The event itself, as I mentioned before, will incorporate, not just sports, but also there'll be 15 live concerts with a combination of big name, very commercially successful artists, as well as we'll leave about 50% of the available spots to help emerging female artists as well. We want to help to platform them. There'll be female DJs and fitness and dance, yoga, art, wellness, speakers, social influencers, fashion, beauty, just a variety of different types of exercises and elements and activities. And then one of the things that's really, really important to us is that everything about Supergirl is free. It's free to attend the event. It is free to, all the concerts are free. All the classes are free. And we also, I mentioned 10 sports. We also waive all registration fees. We don't want there to be, for those of you who have been involved with amateur athletics, those registration fees on families are very, very cumbersome, and we wanted to make sure that there were no financial walls or any reasons why young women would not want to be a part of Supergirl, because it's an incredibly inspirational environment to be a part of. Oops, probably ought to press this button instead of my computer. Then on the surf side. So the Supergirl events are the largest women's surfing events in the world. They are part of the World Surf League, for those of you who are not familiar, which is sort of the NBA, the governing body for professional surfing. They're the highest level, what are called WQS events in the Americas. And we typically have over 100 women that will compete. Last year we averaged about 150 women per event, and it'll be a combination of both shortboard and longboard competitions. And one of the goals of Supergirl is not only to showcase the elite level pros, but also to help to encourage and mentor the next generation of aspiring pros. So mentorship is a core element of everything that we do at Supergirl. 2020, one of the reasons that we're very excited about being here is 2026 is our 20th year anniversary, and we're going to be leaning into that very, very heavily. So the next few slides are just shows you some of the festival elements I touched upon. So live concerts and dance and Zumba classes, female DJ competitions, fitness and health, speakers and panel discussions, female esports, which is competitive video gaming. Then we have a big festival village, beach volleyball, women's pro surfing, pro skateboarding, beach soccer, yoga and wellness. Cheer and dance is something we've added in the last couple of years, which has become huge. Female inline skating, women's lacrosse, the mentorship programs I mentioned before, female art installation. I know art is a really important part of the Virginia Beach community, so we're going to go lean heavily into art, as well as flag football. We also, some other pictures that are not on there, we do women's trampolining, we do a 5K, and every year we try to bolt on new elements that are a part of the community that we want to bring to life for women in all different walks of life. So in terms of some of the hosting benefits, some of these I touched upon a little bit. Last year, as I mentioned, we averaged 402 hours of television coverage for each event. We fully anticipate that here as well, where we're going to be highlighting Virginia Beach as a surf tourism destination. And we'll use this platform of television to integrate some of the great moments and the great locations and the scenic attractions in Virginia Beach. Last year, the average media value from our other venues was $3.72 million for host venues, including more than 930-second commercials that will be integrated into all the TV shows that will promote and highlight Virginia Beach. 16 hours of live webcast. Last year, we had 188,000 viewers per webcast. We get very heavy social media traffic. Last year, over 165 million social media impressions per event with 5.2 million engagements. Virginia Beach will be our partner in this, and we take that word very, very seriously. So we will integrate Virginia Beach branding into everything that we do. On site, athlete jerseys, TV features. We're expecting more than 14,000 people to come in for the event based on metrics from our other Supergirl events. And there'll be hundreds of athletes, artists, influencers, musicians, instructors, et cetera, that will be coming into Virginia Beach. I mentioned before about the bands are a combination of commercially successful artists and emerging talent. And so last year we had, for example, Joan Jett, CeeLo Green, and Natasha Bedingfield were some of our headliners at other Supergirl events. Continuing on some of the hosting benefits, these events, they draw crowds and they generate economic impact. They are fun events that families really want to be a part of. Everybody can enjoy it. It doesn't matter whether you're 12, 22, 42, or 62. Like, there's something for everybody at all these events. Travel and tourism will certainly generate a surge of favorable publicity and buzz around these, as these are completely unique festivals. There's nothing else that I've ever seen out there like them. And it generates a lot of buzz. And I think the fact that these are purpose-driven programs that celebrate and highlight and uplift women is something that's important to a lot of the communities that we are a part of, and it's incredibly important to us as well. And then there's the cool factor. I mean, with Gen Z and millennials, there's nothing out there that's cooler than action sports, and that's something that we also lean into pretty heavily with our city communities. And then, as I mentioned, Virginia Beach will certainly receive a positive association from being part of the women's empowerment program that is Supergirl. I'll kind of skim through these. It's a little bit repetitive here. I mean, I talked about the TV coverage and how Virginia Beach will be integrated into it. We'll also do a pretty substantial regional marketing campaign, and the city will be involved in all of that. Our goal is to bring people in from everywhere from the southeastern United States, and we'll get plenty of Californians and Hawaiians, which will come in too. And we'll work closely with the tourism groups here, with Visit Virginia Beach, et cetera, to develop out-of-town packages for guests. And there's also a dedicated website and regional marketing campaign, of which the website went live this morning, supergirlvb.com, and you'll get a chance to check that out when you can. And once we sort of formally get into the details of it, we will go a lot deeper. Some of these metrics I've talked about a little bit. 77,000 is what we averaged last year. And I think I mentioned all of these. The only one I didn't mention previously is we had 5.46 million television viewers for each of our programs last year. This will give you a sense as to some of our 28 partners, including Fox Sports and NBC Sports. iHeart has been our radio partner for all 19 years of Supergirl. USA Today Network has been our print partner, and we have, in addition to TV, we have a number of digital partners and also verticals within the surf and the action sports space that are heavily vested in Supergirl, who really believe in the ideals and the value systems of Supergirl and want to help to use their platform to help to project that. I mentioned before that this entire platform is purpose-driven and cause-based. So in addition to the themes around empowerment and opportunity for women, we're also heavily vested in breast cancer awareness and prevention through Boarding for Breast Cancer, ocean conservation and sustainability through the Surfrider Foundation, and bullying prevention and mental health advocacy through the No Hate Tour, which is a separate program that we'll also be bringing to Virginia Beach here next year. Just a little bit about the attendee demos. It's basically about 2/3 women typically that will come out to the event. It's heavily millennial audience, older Gen Z as well. One of the things that makes Supergirl so unique is that it is truly an event that spans all ages. So it's probably 2/3 are that millennial Gen Z that come to the event, but it's a third of that are young families as well. It's an incredible event for younger parents to bring their, especially teenage daughters, out there, because it is such an inspirational environment to see all these incredible, successful women from all these different walks of life being a part of it. Is truly special and inspirational for young women. Just a little bit about kind of the ethos and the vibe. You know, these are Supergirls to us are confident, independent, active, socially aware, with a real passion for community and charity, and that's something that we really try to exude all those characteristics when when we're talking about the women that are participating as well as the women that are attending the event. just a few pictures, so give you a chance to get to experience what these events are like, the combination of all of them. So the music and the gaming and the surfing. And I'll kind of skim through these pictures pretty quickly because at the end we have a brief video which will do a way better job explaining Supergirl than I ever could with my clumsy words. But this will give you a little more sense as well here with the different concerts. One of the things that we do is we give out capes to thousands of women. And so it's the coolest thing to walk around and have, 10,000 women walking around with capes and feeling really incredibly strong and empowered. Just some more pictures, different things about skateboarding, the cycling classes. The bottom right is the beach soccer girls interacting with the surfers and et cetera, et cetera. So, and again, most importantly here is, can't tell you how much we appreciate our entire team at Supergirl, the support that everybody here in Virginia Beach has already showed to us, and we honestly cannot wait to get to work on this. So, you want to show the video first or questions? All right, let's show that video. Okay.
This is a total surf festival. It's the largest all-girls surf event and festival in the world.
We have so many incredible performances happening today. We have over 1,000 ladies in competition. So that is not just for surfing, that is for beach volleyball, that is for beach soccer, that is for flag football. We have DJ competitions, we have the music festivals. There is so much happening, and every year it gets bigger and bigger. So excited to be a part of this movement.
The Supergirl is just really like a feel-good event, and it's a really inviting event for everybody. Not only that, it's like the biggest female sporting event in the world, so that's just super rad.
Supergirl is all about empowering women to be the best versions of themselves, both in and out of the water.
There's music, there's like tons of fans that come down and watch, and it's just like all around good environment. And but yeah, the best part is it's an all-girls event, so it's really special to have an event dedicated to all women.
It grows so much every year, like there's more girls competing, all of the events going on around it get bigger and bigger, so it's pretty cool to have seen how far this event has come over the years.
Supergirl's special, I feel, because there's just so much energy in and out of the water. It is the only girls event we have in the North America region. It's more than just surf competition. You have brands, you have music.
Skate comps, there's a soccer contest, volleyball, and a bunch of different workout events, and there's obviously the concerts, which is my favorite. Everyone loves to go to those.
Joan Jett's playing tonight. I don't think it gets any more empowering than that.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. There's a bunch of vendors and athletes, amazing performances.
We just had the Supergirl Pro Women's Leadership Panel. We have gamers, we have CEOs, we have filmmakers, actresses, singers, athletes, coaches, and it is just a conversation between all of us.
To win this, you get a cape, you are declared the Supergirl, and it's a really big deal.
Being the youngest to ever win the Supergirl Pro was definitely a pinnacle moment in my surfing career.
It's all about empowering women and women in sports, and I just think that that's so special to have an event like that. There's really no other event like it. This event honestly kind of inspired me when I was younger to chase that dream of professional surfing.
So that's it. Any?
Okay, any questions, comments? Rosemary Worth.
Well, this is so exciting, and can't wait. We have to wait a whole nother year, I guess. But I also want to say that this is going to be in Cash. This is going to be in District 5. But we have a whole city full of Supergirls here, and I think it should absolutely inspire them to be even better. It's really wonderful. It's really wonderful. And I'm very excited about y'all coming, and this council opened all the doors to make it happen.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Okay, Worth.
Thank you, Mayor Dyer. Thank you, Mr. Brackman and Ms. Hellman, for the work here. Great presentation. Exactly. This is very exciting. It helps with our city but it also highlights our Oceanfront, and it's multiple action sports, not just surfing. So it's very exciting. Again, action sports. The question I have, though, you say 75,000 attendees. Do you know a breakdown? How many? Because what I like is the potential engagement of citizens coming out to watch. So is any modeling done, or how much of the 75,000 would be projected for locals, just not only just Virginia Beach, but in Hampton Roads?
Yeah, I think we typically see about 80% locals and about 20% coming from more than 100 miles away. One of the things that I didn't mention before is how important community is to us. We don't ever want to be seen as a group that's coming in for a couple of days and being disruptive. We want to be part of the community. So even before we go ahead and talk to any national sponsors, we want to work with the Virginia Beach business community, the Hampton Roads business community, and make sure that our founding partners are all local businesses. It's really important to us because this will become our home away from home, our second home. And so we want to make sure that this is an incredible experience for everybody within the community. I was joking around last night at dinner. I said in the two other Supergirl events, if we spent $0 in advertising, we'd still have 75,000 people come to these events because it is such a core part of their calendar. They just know every year it's going to be the same weekend, and they circle it, and it is a huge community endeavor.
Just one more quick follow-up. Ms. Hellman, can you speak to the public on how this is paid for and the amount?
Yeah, so thank you to council and your support that this is being funded from the Tourism Advertising Program Fund because of the strong media presence, the worldwide media presence that speaks to our brand, and it's $750,000 out of our Tourism Advertising Program Fund.
Thank you.
Tiff Stacy.
I'm very excited about this event. I know that my daughter and my granddaughter are going to be front row every day. What I would like us to consider is Labor Day would typically, I imagine, be part of our dynamic pricing when it comes to parking. And I think we should make it to where we encourage locals to come and attend the event and not discourage them in any way. So I'd like for us as a council and city manager to consider giving some parking relief to the locals.
May not be a bad idea to get perhaps a shuttle system or something like that. We have done something with that before. That's a good consideration. Okay, anybody else? Josh?
I just thank you for what an awesome idea for a festival, and any way we can empower and inspire a bunch of women to get together to do good things. I think all us guys would be better for it. And I've got 3 little girls at home, so we'll be there. I dig the capes. I'm going to have to try and figure out how to get one. So, they'll register. And so I got my pink sunglasses. I'm ready to go. And thank you very much.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Joan Jett, that's pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
Barbara?
Is there an age limit for Supergirls?
Who's going to be the first one to sign up?
If you can wear a cape, you can be a Supergirl.
There you go. Put it down for skateboard. Okay, anybody else? Yeah, I tell you what, I'm delighted, and I know this council is delighted, the fact that you want to come here. And it just shows that Virginia Beach is open. And I tell you what, from what I understand through the manager and some other folks, that we had a very successful 4th of July weekend. People want to come. It's a great beach. It's a safe beach, and it's a fun beach. And I think the national exposure that we're going to get from this is going to be phenomenal. But once again, thank you for the efforts, and I think this is another big kudo for the city of Virginia Beach. Thank you.
Thank you.